Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 11.3.5 and the Germany campaign. And where we left off, we'd relaunched our attack on the Soviet Union, and I've gone a little bit in advance of that just because I had to concentrate a little bit to get some pockets and things done. Now, we have created pockets and destructions all over Ukraine, in the center, and in the north. And we're currently finishing off another couple that we finished off in Estonia as well at the moment. Now, we are currently taking a little bit of a shellacking in a couple of areas. Nothing crazy, but we are struggling a little bit in a couple of spots. And we are also about to launch an attack from Finland. So the Soviets have now moved pretty much the majority of their forces out. And as you can see, we get some lag in this part of the world because there's a lot of units going on in this part of the world. But what we are currently doing is we are in the middle of pushing out... just bear with me, I'm still thinking out loud. We are pushing out into kind of the more important lands now of the Soviet Union. Now, the amazing, beautiful Romanians have managed to push through and take Sevastopol. So I'm going to give them massive props for that. Well done. They've done that with aplomb. One thing that we do want to do is we want to set up another like little air force there. Now I wonder, can you? No, you can't. So, and we can't break those down either. Ah, well, that's a shame. But we've got another. These are some of our auxiliary air forces, and I've brought them down here to lend a hand. Now, we have been letting our air forces recover in a few spots. And, yeah, I can't see that the enemy is necessarily moving that far forwards. Let's take the Schwerpanzer. In fact, yeah, let's take you and move you out. And then let's take all three of you and move you in this direction. Then you can push on up, because we don't want to necessarily get too broken in on like individual battles. Now, we do have a fair amount of forces kind of freed up in this part of the world, and I'm currently moving our Romanian units up to kind of protect our flanks. We're starting to spread ourselves a little bit more thin now, but we're moving on Rostov-on-Don. The aim will be Stalingrad. We want to try and take Stalingrad if we can. Now, overall, I would say that we're doing pretty well, all things considered. We are attempting to launch a bit of an encirclement operation into this part of the world. We'll see how it goes. Like, a lot of it is down to whether or not we've got the kind of support framework to do it. If we can take Smolensk and finish off another 7 or so divisions here, that would be most friendly. And yeah, not the world's greatest organization over here. Let's just stop the attacks in this part of the world. We will let them organize themselves there. We did get beaten back a tiny bit, and I'm currently moving a division into here. Yeah. Just to stop them from trying to relink with these forces. And yeah, the question is going to be, can we get Finland into the war? We can. Now, I'm less bothered about this area up here. I am more bothered about immediately then turning around. So when can I get a diplomat back around again? Because we want to push out from here, because if we play our cards right, we've got a really good opportunity to lend a little bit of support around here. Now, we're still not getting that many breaks. We are getting a couple. And I can see that we've got some captured Soviet equipment, which we're going to bring up over here. We're going to start to... we need to give some commanders. We want our worst commanders available. Any old guards? We can always put Himmler in. There we go. I found your perfect spot as a random Hungarian militia leader. That's where you deserve to be, you dickhead. Right, and... yeah, you'll do. And Shouty Clink Man. Yes, I always remember his portrait because he shouts in his pictures. Okay, yeah, you're fine. But yeah, overall, we're not doing too badly. And we've got another 7 there. We've beaten that division there. And then there's this rather large pocket around here. So we've got 1, 2, and there's another load of units down here. So we've got another 2, 3, probably 4 units, yeah, in there. And then maybe another 30 in this kind of one. And then they've sent a lot of divisions down into the south to plug the pre-existing gap that there was there. There's another gap that's kind of formed in this part of the world, kind of around Bryansk and Orel. So there's plenty of gaps. Now, bearing in mind it's been just over a month, we've done pretty well. And yeah, I'm still waiting for the ability to do that. Let's move you in there. And we can move these divisions down here. In fact, let's move you up 1, because you can lend some support there. And then this river position here with forests and things is very difficult for us to try and crack through. We want to try and probably build up some forces. And maybe wait, as I say. Now, I don't want to occupy the Romanian conquest, purely because if they can get over the peninsula here, then that is bloody helpful. And we can send some garrison and things just to act as a little bit of a stopgap for them. Yeah, let's move you up. You're getting into there. Voloshovgrad. Let's actually move you over here. We want some units just to act as a bit of a stopgap. In fact. So, yeah, the Romanian divisions, they can lend a hand there. You can push up on Kharkov. Okay, some losses, like in organization. We might need to think at least on how we want to try and... Lovely, that makes that panzer group a lot more formidable now. And you, gentlemen, are a lot more formidable as well, so everyone can move out. Our panzer and things over here. We've got a few units kind of straggling behind us. Well done to the Hungarian motorized division there that's keeping things in place. Just kind of moving them around. We're just keeping them off balance while we finish up this Drissa. Okay, so did we have a shatter? We did. This is why you don't really want to put your HQs in these places. You want to try and, if you can, keep them out of it, but... Right, let's move you around, actually, because we don't need all of the units over here, and in fact, the Panzers and things should probably head south to kind of flank. Then... God, are we still doing this game? hold off with you. We don't need to keep that battle going, especially if they're going to counterattack us. Idiots. Right, I'm not going to launch Brunswick. Oh, we did get Afghanistan as well. They joined us. And the only countries I'm waiting on now is... I really want Sweden to join us. The United States have gone Nazi. So... Now, I would normally try and get them in, but if anyone's watched one of my previous campaigns as Germany where I tried this, they always switch allies regardless. So there's no point me kind of spending any time on them. They're being influenced by Italy anyway, so the best that it does is it keeps them out of the allies, really, for a fair amount of time, which is, well, it's something, at least. And we're up to 51% of victory provinces. And the question is, will Iraq hurry up and get into bed with us, because we're really in a position to where we would want to include kind of Iran and get them to join us, but oh well. And you're attacking there. We could move up past, like, I want to try and protect the flanks and head towards Vorozhny, to be honest with you. Vorozhny, Orel, Bryansk, Kaluga, like, all of those are good gets in this part of the world, and surrounding the kind of Soviet capital from the south isn't a bad plan. And Vlasov here is attacking us and not doing too good. Now, I don't suppose... Right, so Finland has decided to join us now in our glorious war. Now, I'm going to assume that this is going to be not 100% straightforward, to be honest with you. Now, what I'm really hoping with this is that we're able to really quite nicely push in. Then if we set some objectives, like for example, if we set an objective for Finland, over here, my hope will be that this will spur them on. Now, it is much more helpful having the ability to launch this attack, because we get some units and things to get involved with, and victory pretty much immediately across the board. Less so in the far, far north. What are we dealing with up here? Is that battle going to go our way? No. So we don't need to fight that one though. We can just hold off and go only for battles where we're going to do better. We lost the Battle of Drissa again. That is not great, but we're about to get you in, aren't we? So you're about to arrive on 8 o'clock. Perfect. And I believe our abandoned British equipment. Yeah, you're about to arrive as well. Let's try and push a unit out of here. Let's try and do a little bit of a push there. And then you... We don't really want the low organization units to attack that much. We want to try and avoid them if we can, but these guys over here, especially if there's Velikiluki that we can attack to. In fact, don't do that one. You gentlemen attack there and then use... Because they are counterattacking here, and there's an opportunity to take a load of units. So if we support this, and lend a hand, then that will help massively. And yeah, we can take our panzers and things around the outside. Effectively, we've got an opportunity to... Yeah, there's like 26 odd units there. That's sizable. So we could think about a little encirclement of all of the units here. In the same way that we've done one down here, which is, again, sizable. And we'll see another little victory coming up here. We've forded the river here, which is good. Let's move them around. Okay, happy days. This is what we like. This is like a very well-organized an attack. And especially if we're surrounding Kursk. So, a surround of Kursk will be very good. Like, that will be what we're looking for. Let's try and get over the river there. In fact, counter... Don't bother with that one. Attack there. Then you can stay there. You can go up there. You then can go around. Like so. And then we can move you up, and you can move up as well. Genius. Yeah, I like this. This is more like it. Okay, let's take these guys south. Let's keep the pivot going this way. Because these divisions here should be enough. Especially with Finnish support. Because this doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be an intelligent move. And that will be enough to outfox the AI, that's for sure. Yeah, and we've got some very we've got some effective commanders and things in this part of the world. We're up to 20% on the old organization. Take ownership of captured mines. Don't mind if I do. And yeah, let's lend a little bit of a hand. Let's keep things a-rolling. Take you around. There's yet another encirclement happening. Okay, taking Rostov is very good. Like, that is an effective... going to leave the infantry division behind. Then you, gentlemen, we don't need you over there anymore, because we're in a position now to where we can start pushing out. Okay, so there's 4 divisions there. We've already kind of mucked up some of them and overrun them, because some of them are not moving very quickly at all. And it'd be good to break over the river because, well, we are not that far from Moscow now. We're only about 250 kilometers away, which is, that is not far. That is pretty close in cosmic terms. You moved nicely into position there. You guys can move around that flank there. And then we can help counterattack here with these divisions. I'm going to take the panzers from this front. And we are going to move them over so that we're forming a nice little panzer corps, because what we want to do is we want to take all of our panzers, so all 8 of them, and we want to race for Leningrad. And yeah, you can't go there, so that means you're going to go down here. Move up the 5th Corps. And there's some basic tanks going to be enough to sway that battle? They are. Because it's only corps commands. Aha, perfect. Now the aim will be to cut off Murmansk, because we get some decent bonuses if we do that. Right, off you go. And, yeah, let's take the mountain units and move them along. Support attack there. We want all of the panzers over here to help lend a hand. It sounds like we lost a battle at Veliki Luki, which I'm not very happy with, but my cunning plan for an encirclement just to the side of things looks like it might be coming off, because I see a little bit of support happening over here. Let's take Schmidt. Yeah, so we knew that that was going to happen. But we're luring them in. And that's the key thing, because if we take these ones out of play... So if we move around here, and if we use our infantry blob that we have in this part of the world to lend a hand, then we're going to be cooking with gas, especially because I can see that our units are starting to get freed up from our encirclement operation in this part of the world. So let's get all of these divisions moving on around. There's a few little tiny slightly annoying yeah, so we're surrounding Kharkov and we're surrounding Kursk, which will bag us some more units. We're managing to take out another little spot over here. And we've got some Romanian divisions that we're pushing forwards over here into this part of the world to cover our flank. And I think I see a little victory going on over here, which means Romania will start to break through into this part of the world. And we will definitely do that trade. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm seeing what might be an easy enough looking victory about to occur here. So if you go that way, and if you go that way, we can move towards over there. Now, where are you at? Now, you're at 21%, which is not far off. The question is are you in a position now to push out? Got the Jaeger division. Let's take the 26th and move them around. The 5th is a little bit... We've got a little bit of weaknesses. Not many, but a couple. This is the grand plan, because if we take that one and we take this one, we capture all of these divisions that are slowly trying to retreat, and we get them gone. There we go. Export of zinc. You know what? I don't mind doing that for a little bit of money, because we are lacking a little bit on the old cash. I think I'm about to see yet another encirclement happen. There's a tank division attempting to counterattack. Our HQs are just kind of keeping them in place. Let's take the second, move you guys on up. And we've been able to take Bryansk without a fight. No fight whatsoever. And that's mainly because all of our divisions are all in pretty good nick in this part of the world. So, Army Group Center, as a fighting force, has been pretty much wiped out. There was an attempt to re-solidify a line in this region, and we look like we're about, in very short order, to effectively... Well, it looks to me like we're about to retake or reset up a new push. Alright, you fine gentlemen don't move very quickly. Neither does that division there. Now the hope will be that we don't get slowed down waiting for our reinforcements for long enough for our divisions to kind of keep pace. Right, so you gent, you need to move up. Yeah, you need to move up as well. You're fighting combat capable units. Oh, you are as well. And you're not, I wouldn't say combat capable, but I wouldn't say that you're a useful fighting unit. Okay, and yeah, we would love to do this little encirclement over here. It would be very useful. Okay, there's an attempt at a counterattack happening over here. What we're going to do is we're going to support attack with them, and then all 5 of these divisions are going to kick straight into here. What do you think you're doing, Mr. Single Soviet Unit? Take the fish around the flank. And another whole bunch of units are about to get caught in this area. You can see that there's 5 divisions there that are about to get taught the error of their ways. And I can see there's a spearhead heading towards Orel. I don't suppose that... Do you have range? You won't have range, but from this point you will, and then you can start doing a bit of air supply work. Thank you very much. Okay, I think I saw a division just kick the bucket. So you're meant to be down south. We'll send you that way. You... Okay, you're from this part of the world, so that's fine. Take the 19th that way. And you... moving on up. Okay, this is something. Something is going on here. Yeah, and I can see a little bit of a helpful little pushback into here. 28 units in that little blob. If we can take that, we probably will break their back. And this kind of southern movement is still ongoing. Ah, yeah, that's just the captured armor. That's fine. Won the Battle of Iziborsk. Now, I don't suppose if we were to move you over there, and then if we were to take our panzers and immediately counterattack into here, how would that look? The battle would look good, apparently, because they're all lacking any form of organization. You're gonna go? Perfect. So that's 61. Nivelle. Now, is there any units in Nivelle? There are. Okay, that's good. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take you and move you much closer to the front so that it halves the amount of time it takes for our units to get free. You're moving to there anyway. And And you're moving... You're going to move in this direction. We're going to start launching an offensive towards Stalingrad, because we are not that far away from them now. And you're going to try and clean up the front over here. That will be the grand old plan. Now the Italians, keep them going that way. And I see there was another shatter. It's not the greatest of news. But this is. There we go. And I think we're about to see Smolensk fall, everyone. Now, we are going to pull back from that a little bit. And then these guys are going to keep on going on up. Because, well, 4 units that'll do the job, that's for sure. Right, 15, anything that's 15. Off you go, try and break that down, then you can attack there. We're going to attempt to link up with our forces. We could try something like this and then a little bit of a push. Maybe. We'll have to see what we feel like. We're banking as well on this. Yeah, that Panzer division there. You can attack and join that battle. You can go there, you can help attack there, and you can support attack there. Good. Now, the real question will be, can we push in and take Leningrad with the forces we have available? My bet is going to be a resounding yes. But we'll see. And with the fall of Kharkov, that's a pretty sizable little victory we've managed to win ourselves there. Nothing to be sniffed at. And we are closing in on a minor rail junction. Now there's still a sizable number of units in this part of the world. I would love it if Veal would attack there as well. And what would be even better is, do you have range? You don't, but I imagine the medium bombers do. They do. Perfect. And then the question becomes, so 41 units can be redeployed here. We are desperately waiting. Oh, the Battle of Tim. The most important theatre of all of the war. The mighty Tim. Okay, and they're up to 25%. And that's 25% without any of the negative modifiers or anything like that hitting them yet. So that isn't bad. Okay, perfect. There's a little mini counterattack happening here. And yeah, we're gonna force that over there. Oh. Right, they rushed up some more reserves over here. You done, game? Right, we are going to drop a save because it's been about 10 days. And victory is a dish best served, well, not lost save would be, you know, I was trying to make an analogy there and it wasn't working. Right. Then we're going to take all of these units here. And we're immediately going to counterattack into this region. Let's ford the river of the Leningrad military district. Taking a bit of a hammering here, but it's not the end of the world because some of our divisions are nearly freed up. And we've nearly completed the encirclement of the 30 or so divisions that I want to try and get in this group. Then what I want to try and do is link down here towards Novgorod and move through this kind of bad terrain here, and then capture all of the units that are in this northern Leningrad sector. That's while we're also completing the route and the move up into the Kaluga and Moscow districts, because there are no reinforcements in this part of the world. If we can get in here and take this one, or this province here as well, to be honest with you, like, if we can get all of the units in here, I mean, that is a lot of divisions in there. If we can take that and do the job, then that'll be one of the most effective victories that I've ever had in the campaign. Which way do we want to go? This is all woods rather than forest. Let's leave you behind, and then the rest of them can head on up. I'm thinking they'll be easier to move into this position if we're careful going this way instead, because there's only a 4 kind of person gap there. Okay. And you're moving on that area, so find Stalin title. The Brandenburger raid on Stalin. Find him. If that means we can kill Stalin, that would be quite something. Now the thing is, von Foma's panzer groups are in a really good position now to move in on Moscow. Like, we've got a lot of units held over here. like a lot of divisions freed up. That air supply is coming along quite nicely. An annoying tack towards Orel would be, I think, quite useful. Okay, an attack towards Vorozhny as well. And Kalach. Our reinforcements are starting to arrive now, wholesale. Okay, and there's only limited forces that are holding us back over there. Like, it's not powerful units, let's put it that way. Right, we've won the Battle of Kursk. We've lost the Battle of Turapets. Well, that's fine. Like, I'm not that bothered about that. We're more bothered about trying to support our brilliant idea over here. Right, so you can go there. And then what about you? Yeah, you're up here. This is really quite difficult terrain up here. So compared to the south, where we've gotten, you know, effectively an overwhelming superiority, like, it's not really like kind of comparing apples with apples. And especially when you've got the ability to just kind of, it seems like, encircle divisions at will. And I'm waiting, to be honest with you, on a proper kind of attack. Kind of feels like, at the moment... Oh, is that a victory? Do I smell the pocket I was looking for? I think I do. I think I'm getting a distinct. There we go, that was a victory. Right, so, and you're still moving along, but let's take you that way. Let's take you that way, you that way. You... Let's take you that way as well. Now the question is, can we learn any deep battle? Oh, we do have a few of them that we can pick up. That's good news. We've still got a pretty decent officer ratio, I believe. Let's have a little look at how that's doing. Yeah, we've still got loads of officers, so nothing going wrong there. And I'm seeing something good. Come on. Boom. You go there, but you all of these divisions. We don't need you to do that now. We can hold off for a second and just have a little think. Because I'm seeing a nice little so there's 600,000 troops caught in this pocket here. 600,000. There are 50 divisions caught here that we've managed to pick up. That is crazy. Like, absolutely mad. Now that's... What was that? How many divisions was it? How many were they organized into? There's another 2 about to come in. How many was it? Organized into 50 divisions. That is quite something. And our slow juggernaut seems to carry ever forwards. Because I'm not seeing any immediate kind of... Well, let's just put it this way. I don't think there's much by the way of support going on now. And we've got another possible opportunity for encirclement around Vorozhny, which would be another good one to pull off. Especially when we bring in the fact that we are encircling this area down here. Well, actually, do we need to do that, or would we better be doing this? Yeah. We would be better pushing that out, because those 3 divisions are not going to do anything big. Okay, so you're in the far north extremes. Okay. Yeah, we won't worry about that. We'll just bring you over there. And then, yeah, you were yeah, so those losses are acceptable. Good. We like this. It's a nice, easy move. Okay, and we are taking Petrozavodsk. I pronounced it. You saw me. Okay, we lost the province of Orel. I would rather we didn't lose that. Let's go reclaim it. We were still bringing up our kind of units from some of our encirclements in this part of the world. And yeah, you're the newly reinforced division. And I do wonder what they have in this part of the world to try and hold us back. And we only want to reinforce that if we can. We're only wanting to kind of hold this in place while we liquidate this pocket. So all of you get ground attacking there, please. Then you two groups move up to here. And you get ground attacking there, please. Then you start doing air superiority. Because that might be the weak part when the time comes. And yeah, you support there. Just make sure that they don't get any chance of resupply. We kind of want them to spread their units out a little bit. Mr. Seb Dietrich, keep on moving out, please. Yeah, you were dealing with a little tiny attack there, but nothing kind of crazy. What are they up to? So they're now down to 529,000 soldiers. And Mr. Von Lieb here, well, he's going to go down with one of the best unit breakdowns that I've ever seen. And our speedy movement towards this part of the world you keep moving that way. It's a shame that they retook Orel, but to be honest with you, that's just speed of advance. Like, our divisions are just outpacing them. Right, we won't keep that attack going. We will attempt this here. Because if we can take Vorozhny, keep that going. Go deal with this, if you'd be so kind. And we have some nice Romanian flanking units to go and lend a hand. Into this part of the world. We are struggling a little bit in a few places. The 29th Panzer Division under Braun, that one's doing very well. Now, what would be even lovelier is if Iran and Turkey at this point came into the war. Because Batumi, yes, Batumi's a victory province, Yerevan, Tbilisi, these are all victory provinces. So, an attack from the south would be bloody handy. Because hopefully we could link up. So, it's the Minsk. Mechanized infantry has been a bloody good unit, let me tell you. And the addition of some fresh divisions definitely helps us. And maybe we'll be able to take Murmansk. That really would be something. And if we could pull that off. There's a little bit of a counterattack happening there. But our panzers have managed to take this kind of eastern bit quite nicely. Let's move you back one. Let's just provide a little bit of support there because I can see we are lacking a little bit on units on the flanks. Not lots, but just a little bit lacking. We've been able to keep them off balance for a while. Now we're reaching what I would define as the suburbs of Moscow. We are not far off. Especially when we've got divisions and things moving on up like this. So that is good. And I'm still not seeing much by the way of forces to counteract us. This kind of 50 or so divisions down here could be very useful elsewhere. And they might have kept divisions against Finland for too long. Support attack, please, if you would be so kind. We're winning pretty much across the entire front. How goes it? So you were going to take that way. These guys are going to go south. You know what? We're going to hold them in place there. These guys are going to go south so that we can think about applying some pressure on this river position here. Because if we can outflank in this part of the front, then we'll be in a very good spot. I'm seeing constant counterattacks over here. I'd rather that stopped. 37 left now. Very much struggling to win this battle, it must be said. But we can get a roll call of, like, every time they fly over, It's brilliant watching the kind of 35 or so divisional HQs we've got caught in there. Now the real question is, where is Kazan and Kubishayev? Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, because getting those is normally a good grab as well when you're going for this kind of fight. Okay, Slovakian divisions. I think we're going to will you back north. We don't want to get you overextended, and like we've got divisions and things that we can actually send south that would do a better job down there than kind of trying our best with these ones. Alright, those garrison units, I wonder if they can do the business. And okay, down to 39. Now, if we could support attack. Okay, there we go. That will speed up this no end. And I think I'm seeing a little bit of shoots of resolution here, guys. Oops, stay. So all of these. Yeah, so any units with a minor reinforcement chance. They're worried every time that they have to go into battle. They're just collapsing. We can call out that for what it is. It's not great. Right now, there are no units in the run-up towards Moscow. I'm not seeing a single division facing us. Now, if that's an indicator of where the Soviets are at the moment, then because every single one of those like fortressy type areas that we can take without having to fight for it is a massive win, effectively. Okay, and I am seeing a few divisions starting to kind of turn up now, so we do have some more reinforcements over here that we can pull in. And we do have these divisions over here. Right, let us try. Let's try and take the Pskov. Go, that's good. Okay. That was effective, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. That was extremely effective, in fact. Yeah, don't have a lot to say to that other than wow. So, we've now completed our little surround move. Now, we're just waiting on Dietrich to move on up. He's under attack. And one single tank division ain't gonna cut it. It's just not gonna do the job. And, well, hey, there we go. So, if we've cut off this area down here from reinforcement, and yeah, we are lacking fuel. Majorly lacking fuel. That's not good. Right, I'm going to call it an episode here. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We are pushing into kind of the heartlands of the Soviet Union now. We are in a very good way. We would love it if Romania would get over here at this peninsula, because if they can, then alongside our lovely allies in the Turks, and in fact, their national unity is now only 85% the Soviets. If we could cut in on these provinces, then, you know, once we take places like Vorozhny, once we take Krasnodar, Mikakop, Grozny, Tabinsk, like, a lot of these are worth a lot of victory points. So, like, we're closing in on Stalingrad, we're closing in on Leningrad, and we are not far away from Moscow. Now, it'll be very interesting to see what defenses, if any, are in Moscow, because right now, I'm looking at these divisions, and I'm not seeing much. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next episode of Hearts of Iron 3. Thanks again. Bye-bye.